What's going on, guys? So in this video we are going to be reviewing and talking about the JBL EON ONE speaker. So let's go ahead and dig right into the video. Alright, so right in front of us we have the JBL EON ONE all-in-one PA speaker. So this speaker right here was made and released to compete with the Bose L1 compact speaker, which is right in the back there. So out of the box, this is how the JBL EON ONE looks. So up to date, I have been owning the EON ONE now for probably over 2 years now, or whenever it was released. I purchased it literally right when it was released. And as for the Bose L1 compact right over here, I've owned this thing for like over 10 years now. But anyway, back to the EON ONE. This is how it come out of the box. So the speaker is an all-in-one PA speaker again. So it has built-in mixer and it has a subwoofer built in, which is a 10-inch subwoofer, and it have 6 2-inch driver or 6 2-inch tiny speakers, which does a pretty good job. So the speaker are rested back here when it comes shipped and delivered to you. So all you have to do is press this back, this way, open this, raise it up, and take these out. So the middle piece is the speaker itself here, and these two are just spacer that allows us to put it right here to raise that 6 linear array speaker up higher that will bounce the music further. The further you need the music to go, the higher you want to use the spacer. So for my purpose, I use it in the house mainly, and when I use it in the house, I only need to actually just use the speaker right here and put it directly on here. But let's say if I go to like an event or a party, let's say outdoor, then I would actually use this spacer right here. So let's go ahead and show you how it looks with the spacer. So all you have to do is stick the spacer right in there like that and kind of push it down, wiggle it a little bit, and then put the speaker right on top. And just like that, use a little strength there, trying to do it one hand, but there you have it. So that is with one piece only. So with the second piece, it will look pretty tall. But again, the purpose with using that piece is to shoot the music farther away. The farther you need it, the higher you want to put the speaker up. So anyway, this JBL EON ONE has a total of 6 different channels, and all the channels you can see is actually located right here. The first 2 channel has a combo XLR and 1/4-inch input, and in addition to the volume control, they also have reverb, bass, and treble control. Now there's a little button right here. If you want to use the microphone line, simply press this button down to put it as a microphone use, or you can press the button again to put it as a line in input. Now the next input or channel is the Bluetooth mode, so you can connect your phone and easily use the phone to play music instantly. And next we have the RCA input. Now this input also have a volume control, and next we have a 3.5mm input, and lastly we have the main monitor out here. So you can actually out all these channels using this main out right here, and the main out also have its own volume control. Now in all of this you also have a master control, so you can control these independently, the volume, and over here you can really raise up all of these volume by using the master control here. So the volume will get very, very loud. So that goes all the different channels, and back here is actually where the power button is. So there's the power button, and right below the power button is the power input right there. And other than that, in order to start carrying this thing around, all you have to do is close this piece, make sure it snaps in place. You will use this as a handle to carry the speaker. So the speaker weighs about 40 pounds, and JBL states that you can kind of carry it with one hand. And they had a picture of a girl carrying this thing. I'm not sure what kind of superwoman or supergirl can carry this thing with one hand, but I was able to carry it with one hand by bending my body a little bit. But it is possible carrying it with one hand. But again, it is 40 pounds, pretty light compared to other heavy duty speakers, but it is still 40 pounds. So keep that in mind, guys. So let's say, so it's the 6 2-inch speaker is right up here where the main pieces are. So the 6 2-inch, it points directionally. So one up here is kind of pointing upwards, and then a little downward, and then straight ahead, and then pointing downwards, and then more downwards. So that gives you the coverage of pretty much the entire array where the speaker is pointing forward. So as for the bass or the subwoofer, it is actually located at the bottom here. So in here rests a 10-inch subwoofer unit, and it is actually pretty powerful for a 10-inch subwoofer. So this thing has a total of 380 watts, which is not that big of a number, but you'll be surprised of what kind of quality and what kind of sound it gives out for a 380 watt speaker. And now when it comes to the dimensions, so you'll know if it'll fit in your car or in your trunk or not, the EON One is 30 inches tall, 24 inches from front to back, and it is 20 inches from left to right. So now let's go ahead and plug in the power cable and turn it on to give you a sample clip of the audio and what kind of quality this EON One give out. Now, one thing I really like about the JBL EON One here is this: when it comes to setting it up for parties or events, I do not need to use a speaker stand. I can just have it stand like this in front of my DJ table or behind my table and use the speaker spacer on top accordingly. And if I need the music to shoot further, then I add another spacer right here and raise the speaker up. And other than that, it's really a piece of cake to set it up. I don't have to bend my back, raise it up, and break my neck or anything like that. Just leave it where it is and it is ready to go. So I have the power cable connected to the speaker, and the speaker is connected to my phone via Bluetooth. We are now ready to party. And by the way, JBL did release a pro version of this speaker right here called the JBL EON One Pro. The only two main differences between this one versus the new one, beside the higher price of the new one, is that the new one has a smaller subwoofer. Instead of a 10-inch sub like this one, the new version has only a 8-inch subwoofer. But in addition to that though, it does have a built-in rechargeable battery that will last up to 6 hours on a single charge, thus allowing you to carry the speaker anywhere you want and just go ahead and play without plugging in the power cable like this. And it is also slightly thinner than this speaker right here. But keep in mind guys, the main thing right here is that it has a smaller subwoofer, an 8-inch instead of a 10-inch, and it costs more than this one. So I think I'll stick to this one rather than buying that one. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on and show you a sample clip of the audio here. Now to the next test, we are going to plug in my wireless microphone here into one of the input on the EON ONE. Now thanks to the input being a combination of the XLR and 1/4 inch, I can simply plug this in and I'm ready to go. Alright guys, and the microphone is connected. Now keep in mind I'm using the mixer that is already built into the EON ONE speaker here, so I'm not using any external mixer, so you have to keep that in mind. Things will sound even better to what you are hearing right now if you connect a external mixer onto it. So here you go guys.
To my light, did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. A frame or aim inside a sight. Wanna see us alive? Where are you now that I'm faded? Where are you now? Where are you now? Now, was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Where are you now? Atlantis, under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monster's running, one inside of me.
Overall, the JBL EON ONE is a really well-built all-in-one PA speaker, and it is actually one of my favorite all-in-one speaker, hence that is why I purchased it. Now when it comes to comparing it to its competitor, such as the Bose L1 Compact back here, the EON ONE is much more affordable when it comes to pricing, so that's also another bonus. Now a couple of things again that I really like about the JBL EON ONE here is that I do not have to use any type of speaker stand whatsoever, and I can just have it stand like this on the floor, and all I have to do is raise up the speaker by using the spacer, and I can bounce the music all the way back to the back of the room as far as I need it to go by simply inserting the spacers again. And the 10-inch subwoofer that is in here is actually pretty powerful, so the low end, the mid, and the high end are very clear and very high in quality when it comes to the EON ONE right here. And guys, this speaker right here is actually currently on sale for a big discount off. So if you've been debating or thinking about getting this one right here, I do recommend it, and I will leave a link to where the current sale is going on in the description box below. So check out that link guys, get it while it is on sale to save you some money. So thanks everyone for watching, and you guys have a beautiful day.